You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
I must always dance when that music plays.
Oh, look, you're all getting into it. Why don't you just get up on here and dance, all of you, right?
There's no pole, or I would.
Oh, I got a pole.
I have pennies. Ooh.
I can already see where this is going today.
You got yourself into that one.
I did.
Yeah, welcome to SmackDown After the Show as we do our review on the exciting matches of WWE. I'm Ric Drasin, your host, and next to me is the gorgeous Patricia Summerland, back in an amazing red top.
Red
Ooh,
top.
Look at that. Ooh, look at that.
Guys.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Do you know his name?
No, but you're going to introduce me to him.
Okay, well then
I already told him he sounds like Gilbert Godfrey, and I love
He
it.
kind of looks like him, too.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
All right, so we've got Shane Ballard today, all dressed in blue.
Yeah.
Because what did you do to your brother? He just
He was feeling a little blue today, so I took over. See?
Aw.
Get the little pun there, the blue. Yeah.
That'd be.
Excellent.
I thought you said he had dental problems. He's feeling a little down in the mouth.
Oh my God.
All right, so we also have Josh Austin back
Thank you.
from,
Great to be here.
and that's the website is.
TheRingVoice.com.
Okay, that's enough, Josh, out of
Thank
you.
you.
We don't want to hear that ring voice. You sound like an old Walter Winchell. And many people don't know who that is. He was
He's an oldie.
old newscaster, yeah. But he had a certain voice, good quality, like yours.
Thank you.
I'm trying to not make you feel bad.
I appreciate it.
Because I'll make you feel worse. I'll tear you apart, and then I'll build you back up, make you feel better again.
That's what you do, Rick. That's
It
what you
is.
specialize in.
But I always end on a good note, make you feel good about yourself,
true.
don't I?
You do. You're the
Because
man.
you know what, Josh? I'll tell you this, after 2012, I love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's all about Rick's Corner.
I love you, man.
I feel unloved here, Rick.
I love you too.
Oh, okay. I feel better
It's the
now.
last time you're going to ever hear it.
Last time in 2012.
Just transfer me the money, and we'll be good to go.
Gotcha.
Anything you want to say, Tricia, before we start about SmackDown?
Just.
That's it?
That's it. Let's do it.
You speechless?
I kind of am.
Let me ask you one
on some of
question,
these.
because we're leaving the holiday, we're leaving 2012. We all had a Merry Christmas, you know, with Santa and the little elves and all that kind of stuff, and then we have New Year's coming up, and then we're going to start 2013 and hopefully have a very successful year. And I think it's very appropriate that you go through your files of all the people that have been living in your brain rent-free that have caused you drama and evict them. Get rid of them. Get new tenants. You know,
No more drama in your life.
No more
Right.
drama, right?
No more drama, no more pain.
and then
Mary
you're-
J. Blige, I'm like, my girl, yeah.
Yes, you're going to lose that 20 pounds you gained over Christmas, right?
I already told him I was
How
working
dare you,
20.
Rick.
Really? It's only 10, though. It's okay. It was 135 to 145. But I'm not that
Was
now.
it junk in the trunk or was it up top? I don't know. I think you look pretty damn good.
Thank you.
Okay. And it's what
Okay.
but it's the Rick that counts, right?
And the Trish,
Okay.
of course. Yeah.
All right, moving right along.
Okay.
As we get into SmackDown, I'm going to let Josh start this off with the Sheamus and Big Show and the SOS that went on. With SOS, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, the show starts out with Big Show is coming out. He's arguing with Booker T.
Yeah.
And Booker T declares they're going to determine who the opponent is from a drawing. and they end up bringing out the thing. It turns into a disaster.
The tumbler.
The tumbler,
the tumbler.
When Teddy Long and Eve start arguing and they knock the thing over. So we're already off to a pretty chaotic start on the show.
That was a Chevy Chase moment.
It kind of, it was comedic. Or
yeah, it's not
trying to
uncommon in the indie promotions, and I don't know if you know this or not, but you probably do, that on a battle royal you usually draw names, but not out of a machine, but you draw them out of a hat. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to go out first? Who's going to go out last?
You should pull him out of Jesse Hernandez's hat.
You're asking out of his
Every
ass. You might keep one up his ass too. I always try to pull number one, and I told this before because you know why in the battle royal why you want to be out first? Do you know? Because you probably don't shower anyway.
That's right.
Because you want to hit the showers and get out of there.
Hot water's still when you
Hot
when you're
water's
out
still
first,
working.
yeah.
That's right.
People don't shower anymore in wrestling.
It's very true. They don't have showers.
Oh, wait a minute. Us females do. And we want to stay in the ring because we want to win the crown, not the belt.
No, you girls take the PTA bath. So I'm not going to say what that is on the air, but
Too
just for the-
pretty. I don't know.
They know. No, a lot of indie
Abs.
shows they don't have showers. I'm sure WWE has the finest showers in the world.
Smelly.
Yeah.
And probably never run out of hot water. Well, anyway, that was just the same old stuff going on there again, right? Same dialogue.
Yeah, I mean the Sheamus and Big Show argument I thought was a little bit kind of pointless because, like you said, we've seen that a bunch of times. But they tried to spice it up with the tumbler thing, and after all the debacle that took place, Santino is the winner of the drawing.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
A lucky man.
Good old Santino.
And that comes about later in the show that we're going to talk about as well. I don't know. Come on.
He was tooting his horn though.
Oh, yeah.
He was excited. That's how excited he was. So.
And everyone else had this look like, really? How did he get it? We want it. We want a chance. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's a joke for Big Show, right?
Right?
You step on with one big foot. It's like Bambi in the forest with with King Kong, you know.
I like Sheamus as Ginger Snap. I think it's perfect for him.
Ginger snap?
He looks like a ginger snap.
I was going to say, if there was any other ethnicity other than Irish that they were talking that way about, it wouldn't fly. on
No,
TV.
not at all, right?
All right.
But-
Are we done with that?
I
think
think
so.
that's,
Or
that,
you guys
that was
want to go
intro.
into
Brutus.
the Brodus match,
Yeah, Brodus Clay.
Primo versus Brodus Clay.
which was the squash.
Yeah, if anybody noticed, Primo attacked his right leg. You know, if anybody saw that, he was going after his right leg instead of his left leg.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to do
Yeah.
that. Which leg do you go after?
The left one.
I go after both of them.
I wasn't aware there was the issue of him having a leg thing. Is he supposed to be injured?
Wait,
No,
Josh,
no,
you don't know this?
You always work the left side of the
You always
body.
work the
Left
left side.
arm, left
Oh.
leg.
Yeah.
That's
really?
why I'm looking at you with my left eye. So I keep my other eye on him. I don't trust
All
that
right,
guy.
I hear what you're saying.
There was just a lot of commotion again. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it was quick. The kids in the ring, that was really nice. I thought that was cute.
Well, I thought
You know,
the girls actually had more time in there than the match. You know, when they double suplexed Eve, and you know
Right.
that was kind of unnecessary because it's like they're not gonna have a match with them or anything like that. I didn't see why they're even bringing that about. But
Well, they're trying to put them in there, obviously. I think this is their way of trying to segue getting
Yeah.
those girls on the roster, I guess.
Into something, or just to say, hey, it's a new year, and that's why they brought in the kids to say, hey, this is our finale on the way out. Happy
Makes
New
sense.
Year, everybody. Let's involve everyone. Get
Makes
them,
sense. Yeah.
get them a feel for the ring. You know, their
go-
booty bumps.
Are you going to sneeze?
what's that?
You always look like you're going to sneeze.
No, no.
Okay. Are you getting a buzzing?
I am.
It's really sort of sounds not right.
I'm not getting it too
Something.
bad.
You're getting a lot of buzzing.
I am.
I'm getting an AfterBuzz. Heyo.
Oh.
He's right on it.
I know, it's kind of funny. I mean, Brodus Clay truly is a humongous guy because Primo looked tiny next to him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met him in Gold's Gym once about 2 years ago, and he's walking around. He looked like King Kong walking through the forest. And I approached him, started talking to him. I didn't know he was a wrestler. I had no clue.
Oh, really?
And Jack Armstrong had him call me several times about wrestling, and I asked him if he was interested in getting into it. He says, well, I already am. He says, I called you. I said, I don't remember talking to you. His name is George.
Yeah.
Oh, the buzzing went away.
Now it's
did.
perfect. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Marissa, what did you do
Marissa,
with
you're
the buzzing?
perfect. Thank you. Oh.
I think she
Back.
fell asleep
Yeah.
and hit her hand
no.
on
I
figured
something,
what
and
it
she
is,
woke
but-
up.
Okay.
You got
It's
it?
okay.
Okay, good.
All good.
Anyway, he had been training for WWE, and then he had a contract. Then they let him go. Apparently, he wasn't up to par with what he was doing in the ring. Did you know that?
Yeah, they call him like King Gorilla or something Gorilla.
Yes,
That would
yeah, it was something
Yeah.
like Grizilla.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. It was, seriously, it was a name like that.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't getting the understanding of the business, and then they brought him back and worked with him a little bit. But he doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Well, he was on NXT on that series for a while as Brodus Clay, but his identity was more of just a serious kind of guy. And then they did the whole thing with him having the gimmick with the girls and the dancing. They kind of brought that in as like a surprise out of nowhere.
Oh, the kids love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
No, it's hilarious.
He's a cartoon character, and it works. You know, it's just what it is. Working with those two guys, I mean, they give him people to work with. He just kind of runs them down.
His wrestling's better. I think he's getting better.
Yeah, he's better. And what he does, he knows what he's doing, and he keeps with what he can do. It's just like the Great Khali. You know, he can do two things, and sometimes he
I
does
love a great
one.
colleague.
I do too. I think he's great.
Do you like him?
I do. Yeah. Great.
Oh, we're having another little
Oh, yeah.
Technical,
audio problem here.
technical issue.
It's mine too, and it's really, it was like, really, what's going on?
It's a good thing we have
Oh.
Marissa as an engineer because she really knows her stuff. And she's been
She'll
gone
fix
2
it.
weeks. Everything fell apart. She's back and she's fixing it.
It's true.
Exactly.
I refuse to work with anybody else.
No, me too. She wasn't here. I'd walk out.
Me too.
Think you got it now, dear?
Oh, I think it is much better.
I don't know.
It's gone. How's yours?
I don't have any
You
humming
don't
at
have
all.
the buzzing?
No.
After
Is that okay, Marissa?
It was really after buzzing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yay.
We're good.
Hooray.
Smart
Perfect.
girl. Well, she's so smart. I'm going to hire her. Those matches that he does, they're pretty much the same all the time. And it's a formula, and the formula works, and the kids love it, and they don't know the difference. And he'll always have a little steady thing to do like that, right?
That's true. The funny thing is, he actually can't dance very well.
No.
He dances better than I do.
He does
Well,
the
for a big guy,
Gangnam
yeah, it's cute.
style,
I know
though, so.
he tries.
They only give him a couple of steps. How hard is that? You go to Arthur Murray, and then you do it.
It's true, right?
He'll,
Right on
he'll never
Lankershim.
make Dancing with the Stars, will he, dear?
No, well, we don't want to talk about that.
You're like not into that right now, are you?
No.
You gotta wait till 2013.
Yeah.
You will.
Hopefully.
You'll make it happen.
I'm
All right, let's move on to. I hear after that they had the little Santino thing, right? With
Yeah.
Sheamus?
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm going to get to the end of what you guys talk about. That. I have a feeling about that. So let's hear what you have to say.
The vignette with the Santino and Sheamus, where he's teaching him the bro kick. All of a sudden, pulls a hamstring from out of nowhere.
Somehow I
I
wasn't
know.
exactly shocked.
And that was just way overdone. I mean, really,
That's what I was going to say.
all that
First
screaming
of all,
for that.
You don't pull a hamstring by kicking. Those come,
Yeah,
that's a
no.
different set of muscle groups, as I know.
Right.
And when he sold the hamstring on the ground, it was like so childish and ridiculous. It's like, come on.
Ridiculous.
It was absolutely ridiculous. And it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
He oversold so bad, you know it was going to go somewhere, right?
They're trying. I think
That
they're
was
going for
way
the comedy
overselling.
aspect with that,
Yes.
but it just it wasn't comedy. It was more like annoying. Like at first, you're like
Yeah.
you see him freeze up, so you know something's going on, but then
Yeah.
it died from there.
If he would have sold it seriously, it would have been better.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
almost like slapstick.
Yeah, it was
Well,
way oversold.
if they wanted to
It's
do that
ridiculous.
gimmick serious, so they probably shouldn't have used him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're experts, aren't we? We know how to run this show. But it's true, as an observer, you see it and it's like, oh, no.
It's like, it's
Excuse
so
me while I
silly.
get up and get some more popcorn. I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
And I thought our slap stuff was bad. Our behind the scenes and our.
Yeah, but yours
serious-
was supposed to be like that.
Yeah, ours was pretty quirky though, but that
This-
was really bad.
This wrestling is getting less and less serious about anything.
It's underselling or overselling,
Exactly.
not just perfect selling. You guys, come on.
For the record, when Rick gets up to get popcorn, it's protein popcorn.
Oh, absolutely.
This is true. Yeah, he glazes it. I think
laced
he
with
dips it.
creatine.
He dips it in peanut butter.
And if you were there, I'd have you dip it in something else.
Hey,
Marissa, where's that?
I'm such
We
a,
need that. Ooh.
I'm such a.
I love
Well, it's the end of the year. I'm going to say anything I want.
Bad.
I don't know if I'll make it to the All right, so then let's move on to match number 2.
The Team Rose.
six-man tag, right?
Yep.
No.
Six-man.
6-man tag, yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
It's
Yes, no.
Team Rose and Team Bryant.
That's right.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Wade Barrett. For some reason, I thought that took away the seriousness of Wade Barrett being there with those two guys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It was just kind of a little bit weird.
And
Right.
yay for Kofi Kingston once again. He is so good.
He is good.
Oh
awesome.
my God.
They
Amazing.
had great teamwork at the beginning. Their tags in and out until they got to the standoff. That was a little different than their normal formula with the standoff there. I thought that was good because they were just showing that they're working as a team.
Yeah.
So that part I liked.
No, I like that part. I mean, individually, they're all good wrestlers.
Yeah.
We hit the like button.
Yes.
Okay.
I liked it on Facebook.
And Team Hell No actually seem to be, in many ways, the most showcased wrestlers in the entire WWE right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it must be over with people. I don't really get. I don't fully get why they're putting so much emphasis on them. But
Neither do we.
yeah,
Maybe they have nothing else to do.
yeah.
I mean, they're good. Daniel Bryan's beard's starting to get like really, I don't know.
That and his stomach, I guess.
Yeah, he looks like a Smith Brothers cough drop.
He looks like a little Smurf.
He does. He
Big,
does.
powerful
Little
legs.
Papa Smurf.
He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a beard recently, or have you been clean shaven?
No, it wasn't him. It was her.
No, it wasn't her.
I mean, I could grow my beard for 6 years, and it would look like Rick's. It would be about that long.
Oh yeah.
This has been 6 years.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the beard thing, it's still in full popularity mode, I guess, the big beard.
His
movement.
is, yeah. It's just going and going.
Yeah.
It's nonstop.
That and clean shaven or, the Manscaped.
Well, yeah, but his beard's going down to his chest now.
Well, yeah.
It's like a nonstop beard.
And AJ's legs. I think they're doing the leg thing together.
Yeah.
Whew, she's building, boy.
One of the
She
things
looks good, though.
I did notice with that, though, is like the pattern. If you guys notice the pattern developing in their 6-man tags,
No.
where it's always a hot tag, blah, 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 bip, 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 bip. Then somehow everybody gets involved. They all end up going over the top rope. They keep the two legal people in
Yes,
the ring,
yes.
and then they go right into the finish right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a pattern. I've noticed every single time they've had a 6-man
That's
tag.
what they're
they've
doing.
done that.
Yeah. I've noticed that too.
You know, the desperation move when you have a guy pinned, the other partner comes in and kicks you off.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a tap. It's not enough to even move you, but they always get off.
Yeah.
And they don't go back for the pin again. They get up and start doing something else. When you have a guy down for a pin, you don't get up after you don't pin him and let him get up again. You stay on him. In logic. But we're not
That's what I say too. You stay on them and you get off.
Yeah, I know.
And that sounded sexual.
So much too many redder than my shirt. Okay. I had
Whoever thought that would have come out of her mouth?
I know.
I had to beat you to it this time. It felt good.
I know, I'm sure. Anything else about that? Oh, after that they had the tumbler again.
Yeah, the new opponent,
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricardo Rodriguez.
Oh yeah. Now you want to really feel sorry for him, right? Do we?
Yes,
I mean,
of course. Look at him. He's pathetic.
Well, I was going to say at the very beginning of the show, Big Show buried the entire roster, and then
Yes.
they kept reiterating how everybody in the locker room is a loser throughout the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not building them up as people to look up to.
No, it's like if everybody's a loser, might as well just turn the TV off and go home. But they did do that.
Yeah, I think it's more building Big Show to be a monster heel.
Yeah.
To where he's like the indestructible force, and it takes 40 people to stop him, and
But look what happened. He was laying flat at the end. What's the object of the whole thing? To just see that, and then boom, he's down. Okay, really? And then what about Booker T? If he blows his eyes out any harder, he might as well pop out of his head. I'm sorry, but every time
That
his
was
eyes
funny.
bulging. Ooh,
I did enjoy
come
the
on.
flashlight in the eye gag. I thought that
Yeah.
was really good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's,
It was a good punch, though.
yeah, but still.
Ricardo's down. Boom.
He's
Poor
out.
guy. Poor Ricardo. He just takes a beating.
he's
after
abused constantly.
Beating. Yeah.
But Del Rio feels sorry for him.
Not that sorry, because he didn't do that good, did he? I thought he was really going to nail him.
Well, I think he is
Damn.
going to be wrestling more, Ricardo. I think. I mean, because I
he's
knew him back with
great.
EWF.
Sure.
And he
One
was a
of the
masked
best.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He is. I mean, he really is one of the best.
You think they're going to bring him in the ring?
Yeah, well, he has been doing some house shows, I think, and some stuff with the FCW with their developmental.
But is he
stuff.
doing it as Ricardo, as a the comical way, or is he actually getting in there?
I think they've done both. I think he's wrestled as the comical thing, and he's also been in a
Wow.
mask.
Okay. Oh, the mask.
For the,
Oh, that works then.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that. Yeah, then you don't know who he is. Didn't we have the tumbler spin after that again?
No, I think
No, I don't think so.
he just designated, like Alberto Del Rio said he'd take his place.
Yeah.
That's how they did it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he got mad because he seen Ricardo down,
That's
and he
right,
said,
that's
you
right,
know, and
that's
Booker
right,
T
okay.
goes, okay, you're going to.
Okay, I was
You know.
looking at my notes here and I didn't put that down.
And he still tried to redeem himself after running over Santa Claus.
Yeah.
From last
Oh,
week.
yeah. Did you see that? What was that about? There's another thing. Really?
Well, it was
God.
Mick Foley. Is that who was
Was
revealed
that
to
who
be?
was?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
It was for the kids. I mean, I thought it was played well for the
Well,
kids.
and then the kids think they're not going to get any gifts then.
Right. I know.
Can't hurt
Poor
the
Santa
kids.
Claus.
Can't hurt the kids like that. For
And then he
God's
comes
sakes.
back.
On WWE, you kill Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, they still
know.
haven't determined whether he's a heel or a babyface at this point.
Who, Santa Claus?
Oh, jeez.
That Santa
Right?
Claus and Ricardo and Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That was kind of silly.
And then we have Zack Ryder.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Popping back.
We're going down to number 3 now?
You want to
Cesaro?
give that a star? Yeah. Antonio
Zack Ryder.
Cesaro.
Yeah. I like both of them.
Very good.
I can't say anything bad about them at all. They're both good wrestlers.
It was like a semi-squash in a way, though.
It was.
Ryder was on top of his game a while back. I know he disappeared, and that's the first time I noticed him back in a while. But
They were pushing him, and he was
Yeah.
on top of everything and really
Yeah.
giving the self-promotion and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, he just like that.
yeah,
Well,
'cause
he's like the internet guy, right?
he's
Yeah.
great with
Social
social
network.
media. Yeah, so
Right.
I think that's one of the things why they were pushing him so hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he just had a drop off in social media or if there's a reason they, because he got in some offense, but normally he's the more dominant one, it seems. But in this match,
Well, I
he
think
was-
when they pulled in Brad Maddox right now, it's like they're pushing him sort of the same way they did with Zach, because they're almost like the same type of
He's coming up
whack
later, isn't
character.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think maybe that's why they pulled him out. They do that play with.
Well,
with
Zach, I
the-
think it's the whole power play issue of they want to push you. If they want to push you, they don't want you to push
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And then the fans like him. I mean, I kind of see WWE's point. I don't really think he brings that much to the table. Zack Ryder, I mean, he may be a good wrestler, but I don't really think he has this captivating personality in that sense.
No, his persona is not that.
What do you think's lacking?
He just doesn't really have much of an identity to him. He just kind of has a couple of catchphrases and that's it. I
Yeah.
mean, when you look at the greats, like a guy like Randy Savage was able to always have great promos and great
Exactly.
interactions with people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they don't really give him a chance. They don't give Zack Ryder a chance to that much either. So it's sort of like it's hard to really gauge.
It's an element.
Mm-hmm.
Either you have it or you don't. You can't go out and purchase charisma or connection with the audience and say, okay, I'm going to be this today, and they're going to love it, because they may not. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I must agree.
Well, of course it's true. The Rick said so. Jeez.
Well, it's the,
You
Question
just got to
my-
take your character and run with it and be the best you can in that character and hope that the fans like you and they pick you up as a heel or a babyface or whatever.
But and you have to pick a character you're comfortable with, because if you're not comfortable, they'll find out it's phony. It's the phony character.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're trying to do him doing this Guido gimmick. That was sort of the original idea, but then there's got to
And
be
that doesn't
something
work.
more to
That's
the
what I was
table.
going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
He, to me, he looks just like a Surfer Joe coming out there.
Yeah,
You
you remind me of Woody Woodpecker.
Woody
He does,
Woodpecker.
he
That's
does.
funny.
But wrestling
Yeah.
ability is one thing, sure. You got to be a good wrestler.
Yeah.
You don't have to know a million things, but you've got to display it to the audience and feed it to them with your character, because they want to see. It's almost like when you see something that's the same all the time, you want to see something different. You want to see behind the scenes, candid shots, candid videos. Are you going to sneeze again?
No.
Why do you look like that? You're like breathing, your eyes are closing, you're like, yeah, every time I look at you, you're like, you're going to sneeze on me. So you have to, it's like if they could watch this show and see us before we start and after what we do, it would probably be pretty funny for them, because we're not doing the exact same thing all the time. And it's the same thing with wrestling. When you come in the ring and you do the same thing, you know exactly where it's going to go. If he was outside the box and did some really outlandish stuff and then his character would develop, then people would
It'd
probably
bring him up, yeah.
Yeah, it'd bring him up a
Yeah.
little bit. Because I've seen guys do that. Like Austin did that. He was like the guy that hated the establishment, and you believed him,
Yeah.
Why you look, Josh, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening to your wisdom.
You look petrified.
He actually had stars in his eyes, it looked like.
They were like listening at me.
I was getting starstruck thinking about you flexing your muscles.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. These guys really, they need to give them more of a real personality. You need to see more what they're about. Just
Right.
seeing them run in the ring, jump on the ropes, and that's it. Doesn't really
Yeah.
do anything.
Okay, I'm going to get off topic for about 30 seconds here, but it's
Yeah.
going to relate to what we're talking about. You do the bodybuilding shows.
Right?
They all look alike.
A lot of the time, yeah.
A lot of the time. There's nothing that sets them apart from anybody else. Go back 70s to Arnold, Franco, Zane, Columbo, Draper, Waller, all those guys.
True.
Each had their own character and their charisma. You could do outline shadows if they all look different.
All different body types.
All different. Today they're all the same. The guys that run the Olympia now, do they ever get out and promote themselves and try to be out there and be social? No, they don't talk.
That's because there's overpopulation, oversaturation of people all imitating what somebody else did.
Always imitating.
Yeah, and not creating their own identity.
Good point. People
Yeah.
go into wrestling, and I get calls. I got a guy today. I argued with 3 emails back and forth. He's going to become a champion. He sends me emails. Every word is capitalized. Couldn't spell any of the names right, and he's going to train
Right.
himself because he's going to be a superstar. Come on. I said, WWE, you have to have all these elements. Oh, I'll get them. Where are you going to get them? They're going to order them in the mail? You know,
Right.
you either have them or you don't have them. So with that, I'd like to say that, iTunes.
iTunes.
Speaking of your iPad,
Yeah.
Speaking of my iPad, it's frustrating with passwords that we'd love for you all to go to iTunes and rate and comment us. It only takes a minute. And if you don't have a friend, you can buy a friend and tell a friend, because we get a lot of feedback, which keeps us going here, which makes me able to talk about all kinds of crazy stuff with all of you, and to put
All
up
of
with her,
us.
and put up with the iTunes, put up with the Looney Tunes.
that's true.
Thank you.
Yes, but that's a compliment, Gracie. And so please go to iTunes and rate and comment. We really appreciate it because we love all of you so much in the year 2012. We want you all back in 2013 to bring all of your friends and have all of them rate and comment as well.
And if you can't buy a friend, lease one.
That's what I was going to say.
And the good thing with the leases, you can always give them up at the end of the month.
You return them.
Absolutely.
As long as you don't go over the miles.
Yeah, watch the mileage on there. Don't get an old one. To do any miles on that friend. And that's it. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay. So I'm just trying to make my point about some of these wrestlers, like who were we talking about?
Zack Ryder.
Yeah,
Zack.
I think he's great. I just
Yeah.
I think he gets, when he was coming off the last time, the way he was, it was almost like a little obnoxious.
Well, he had a
Yeah.
good feud going with Ziggler, right? No, he was paired
Yeah.
with Ziggler.
Yeah, that was
I think
him,
that
yeah.
really kind of
Right.
what carried it and like built him up, because a lot of people didn't like, Ziggler and Vicky. So I mean, that really like elevated him with
Yeah.
that feud that they had.
Yeah.
So.
And then
Well-
Eve dissed him really bad at some
Yeah.
point too.
Yeah.
See, it always takes another person. It takes another person to make the chemistry work. If they're going to, like H, it depends on how it works. If she turns on me and heels on me, they're going to like me even more.
Right, right.
And they're going to hate you even more.
Right. Well, that's why I think the pairing was excellent with Cesaro and Ryder.
I paired my headset with my iPhone.
And Cesaro is one of my favorites already. I really like him. He's
Yes.
amazing. And is his hand really broke, by the way?
I don't know.
His injury?
not sure.
You think that's for show?
Well,
Okay.
no, I don't know, because there's so many injuries.
He's a tough guy too. So
He's
I mean,
very-
he's
are
the
you
type
kidding?
That
He
would,
just-
he'd go through pain.
He
to
slings
put on
Zack
a
like
match,
a
so.
sack of potatoes. It was real easy for him to just lift him like nothing. And the selling was good. I like it. And he had a great drop kick off the turnbuckle. Top. Yes. And too many kickouts, so, on it. But other than that, the neutralizer was great. Okay, go ahead.
The neutralizer.
I'm done.
Neutralizer.
The
You
mean
neutralizer. No. Oh, yes,
He's
that's right.
equalizer.
What do you mean too many kickouts?
Like the
on what?
Energizer Bunny, but the equalizer. At the end, there was too many kickouts again.
Oh.
For such a short span of that match. It was
Yeah.
like again and again and again. It was like, okay.
Because you can
now.
see them coming. You know they're going to come one after another.
Yeah.
Together. Right? Shane, are you here?
I'm here. I'm
Okay,
just,
good.
I'm in the Rick zone. That's all.
You're just dozing off like you're going to sneeze or pass out.
I know, I was watching him there for a minute. He looked like
Okay. So,
Wake up, man.
The other thing was, after that we had Ziggler and The Miz and all kinds of stuff going on, right?
way too busy. Yep.
One of the things I did like with that match is, if you know, the Miz kept going back to a hold, kept doing the headlock takeover
Yes.
at the beginning. He just
Yes.
kept going back to it 'cause
Going
it was
back.
working. You know, that's old school style. I liked it.
And it works. Why don't the rest of them do that kind of stuff? You know it works.
And before the match, they showed a recap of with this guy Big E Langston, and they're kind of a little foreshadowing that maybe something was going to go down with
Right.
that whole situation, which it did ultimately
Yeah.
later on.
We having a readjustment? Mm-hmm. Okay. E. Langston's a big man,
He's a huge dude.
and they drug test everybody, but not him.
Oh, they can't. I mean, if that's natural, I mean, that guy's a beast.
His nickname is Rye Black, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Right? Wow.
Makes sense.
You know,
Ryback
I actually-
versus Ryback.
I Googled how I could get as big and strong as Biggie Langston, and it sent me to Google Maps, and it sent me to an alley behind a pharmacy in Mexico. And
Really?
so, yeah.
Right.
I think it should send you to this is a little plug to Anabolic Outlaws and see what they can do for you, because they sponsor Rick's Corner and they give me my supplements that really, really work. So maybe that'll work.
All right.
Why does he come out all sweaty, though? Can you answer that?
Yeah, good question. good question.
That
because
was not right. He
I
comes
said the
out-
same thing. He was drenched.
It's dripping. I'm like,
He was
that
like
is
dripping with sweat
not
and water.
even right. Yeah.
Maybe he had
I
a
don't
great
get
warm up
that.
before he came
Well,
out there.
I know what they do. They spray you down with water. Like on the movies, I always wanted to make me wet and sweaty looking, so they'd spray me down.
Okay, but for wrestling and around
yeah.
the ring, that just is.
What was he
not-
doing prior to come out and being all
I don't
sweaty like
know.
that?
I can see if they can see him working out and he's like breaking
Yeah.
his sweat and then he
Just
comes
the
out.
bands. He had the bands, and that's what did it for him.
Yeah, right. But you're right about that, Trish. I saw the same thing,
yeah.
and I
That
thought,
was
why is
just-
he all wet?
Yeah.
Don't come near me and touch me.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't pretty. That's
No.
for sure. It was not. I can imagine what it smelled
I
like.
don't know. You know, I mean, they're doing something with him, and they have him standing around. His face never changes his expression.
No.
You know, and it's like, oh boy, here we go.
Well, I guess obviously something's going to happen with AJ and Dolph Ziggler at some point soon. Some new development.
Oh God, she's swooning. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
She's so memorized again, batting the eye. Just the whole thing with Daniel Bryan. It's a repeat, if not worse.
I used to like her.
Well, you see, well, you know how I felt about her. There was a time. I think she's a good wrestler.
Oh yeah.
She really now, but she's not doing it. They
Yeah.
put her back, and now she's doing the swooning thing again.
I'm a
and
little
she's
tired of
just
that.
A little hoe on the sidelines. I
Yeah,
hate to say.
I'm tired of the
It's like
antics.
now, who's going to be next? Which one are you going to?
Well, I don't know if they did
know.
market research or something, but somehow they determined that she's their big draw somehow, so that's why she's in the mix.
I don't
With
know.
their
if it's
shorts on
working.
every week.
Well,
I'm not complaining, though.
You're
No,
right,
her
Josh.
legs are looking great too for that reason, more so than in the beginning. She's gotten more
Oh, she's in good shape.
more stronger, and her acting ability has came up.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
batting
good
the
too.
lashes and all that's pretty tough.
But this is wrestling. It's not, you know,
No.
days of our lives.
No.
The other thing with me with Ziggler, who I like him a lot, but I have a feeling that one day he's going to do something and take a deep breath, and that gum he's chewing is going to go down and lodge in his lung, and he's going to die.
He actually spit it out when he took a bump and he spit it out on one of them. So
Because
you noticed
you know
that.
what? You're not supposed to chew in the classroom.
yeah,
You shouldn't be chewing in the ring, and it's very dangerous.
And someone could step on that too. It's just an annoyance for people. And,
You
You
and
can just
also,
stick
yeah,
them, you know.
swallowing it.
Hopefully they stick to the gum, and hey, I got a pin. That's the new gimmick. Oh
I
gosh.
wrestled once in Bakersfield. I got thrown out of the ring, and I hit in the chairs, and I had hair then. My hair got stuck in some gum.
Oh.
I got home. I had to take scissors and have it cut out. It was like the whole side of my head was gum. That's when I shaved my head.
Sinead O'Connor.
But to run around the ring and take bumps like he does and have gum in your
Yeah.
mouth, I mean, come on.
Yep.
You can inhale that the wrong little way down your windpipe, and you're dead.
Yeah.
There's another wrestler. How'd he die? He choked on a piece
Yeah.
of gum.
The other wrestlers
That
and the
would be
referee's
really
going to
good
give
for
him
us.
the Heimlich. So yeah, it's going to look awkward.
Well, with you and your brother, you give him the hind lick. You bend over and you give him the hind lick.
Does he still have the money in the bank suitcase?
And that's what makes him throw up when you do it. Does he what?
Does he still have the money in the bank suitcase?
yeah.
Oh,
He got
does
another one, didn't he? For a Christmas gift or something?
I didn't notice that, but yeah, he's still the winner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure that
Yeah.
one's dented it enough they had to replace it.
Is there actually money in that thing?
Yeah, I know. There's probably nothing. You
They
know.
change of tights
It's a
and
bad
underwear.
script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and also the Miz. I mean, I don't know what to say about his status. I mean, is he supposed to be? He's supposed to be a good guy now, I guess.
Yeah.
The term is
yeah.
face,
Face.
Yeah.
He's a face.
Yeah.
not good guy, not bad guy. We don't
true.
use those terms, Josh.
I know.
That's for street people that don't know any better. There's
You're
a lot
docking that from my pay on the show.
Well, that's it. You're going to pay me now.
I'll have to be in negative.
Yeah.
I thought the timing was really good in the match too. I mean, they didn't rush things. The way they set things up, they didn't really rush it.
I noticed. Yeah, he's getting some good time in there because his brother's not
he's-
here.
yeah,
he's happy. He gets
Yeah.
to talk.
He's off the
Get
lea-
it all out.
He's off
yeah.
the leash, Trisha.
Yeah, I know.
It's because since we're twins, we're thinking the same thing. So he'll say it before I
He's
do.
probably
telling you
watching.
right now on his way to
Yeah,
Vegas. He's communicating with you. What
Yeah,
to
he
say.
is.
Yeah.
Do you really find that to be true?
I do. I'm in a
Oh yeah,
trance right
it
now. 'cause
is.
it's
We're
like,
on this side watching it.
who's
It's
in
funny.
my head?
No, but he's talking.
crazy.
Go for it. Let's give him some more time.
Come on, Shannon. What else you got to say?
I
Shannon?
like the counters by Miz when Dolph had him in that submission where his eye was
Yeah.
up and he did the counter.
Yes.
I like that, and I like Dolph's kickouts too because he
Yes.
does it really
Yeah,
strong.
really good.
The way he sells his face, you think, oh well, yeah, he's out, that's over, and then he'll kick out really strong. So he's a really good wrestler.
He's
one of
definitely
the top
good.
guys.
He's definitely good. Just don't chew gum. I hate to see you die.
Yeah.
And I did like, if you notice, one of the things Miz did for the finish is that he rolled away from the corner. Like he took the bump and then he rolled away, so he wouldn't be right in the corner for the finish where he could put his legs up on the rope.
Yeah.
He had really good ring awareness there. So.
Oh yeah. Then, that's
Did you
something.
say ringworms? No, I just can't.
I have ringworm, don't you? That's what. This is really something because when you work for the years that you did and I do, you have ring awareness.
Yeah.
You don't have to be told. You don't have to listen. You don't have to think about it. If you have to think all those things all the time, then you'll never be a good
You're in
wrestler.
trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You just do it. You just
Yeah, it
know
comes
that.
natural.
It comes
Yeah.
natural, man. It's just, it's so important, and a lot of guys don't get that. And they're all over the damn place.
That's what I do in bed. I think it's my ring. I hop, jump, do flips. You
Wait,
know?
did you say
Trish.
in bed?
I know what you do in bed. I've been there.
Snore?
Yeah, you snore. And
No.
a little gas.
Do not.
Yeah, a little bit. That's about it on that, isn't it?
that match.
No, well, that was
Yeah.
a distraction. Well, yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, that was a cheat on Langston, how he came in and, to distract at the
Oh, yeah,
final
yeah.
the finale.
But that they're doing that for a reason with him.
And
Well,
then
yeah.
Miz did get on the mic, and he sounded pretty weathered when he was on there and said,
Oh, that, yes.
you know, told him that whoever she's with, her New Year's
That's what brought
with
it.
a bang.
Yeah.
And then of course she sends it in there to
Right.
beat him
Exactly.
senseless. You know.
Yeah.
He was on his last breath.
Yeah.
So in other words, don't insult AJ because this is what's going to
I
happen.
just want to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They pushed Langston there too because of the fact that all of a sudden he
Exactly.
comes back on Dolph. He's got a house of fire. He beats Dolph. Dolph goes out right when he turns around. Langston's right there to cut him off and hit him
Yeah.
with that finishing move of his. And
I don't think
you know.
the moves. I think all the sweat probably came.
He just
He got
slid off.
salt in the eye. Yeah, he just slid off. He got salt in the eyes.
He was insulted.
Did they ever actually explain why he's
insulted,
there?
yeah.
Or he's just there?
He's your bodyguard.
Yeah.
He's
her
AJ's
friend.
exactly, and that's what it is. But they're going to incorporate him in there. Watch.
sure they
I mean,
are.
and
what
then
it's all
watch
about.
out, boy.
They did
Yikes.
push big too when he caught Dolph Ziggler. That was that was a
was-
that
That was
big
a
of
good
deal.
fly out
Yeah.
that he did, though. I think on Ziggler's
Yes.
behalf, that was pretty.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
That was a good catch.
But
Okay.
that match was basically to make him look strong. You know,
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Then we have Booker T.
Okay.
Ricardo again.
And with Maddox, he's going to get one more chance to wrestle, sucker.
Yeah.
So he does, and he puts him in with Sheamus.
Yeah.
And it was another squash job.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Which probably means he's getting a contract next week.
But he did get a little bit more offense in than
Yeah.
previous, but still. Where do they go from here? Supposedly, this is the second time that he tried to get a contract and now he didn't. I mean, it's already old.
He what?
It is.
Wait. He what? Didn't?
Oh, the second time he tried to get a contract and he lost.
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
He didn't.
He didn't. Didn't.
You said didn't. D-I-N-T.
He didn't.
It's didn't.
That's your New Orleans accent coming
It's not.
through.
It's not didn't.
Wait. Hold on. Let me write this down.
He's getting soft because he's in baby blue. He's
Apostrophe, right?
Yes.
Did it.
Did it.
I got it.
I thought he does have he does have a contract. He wouldn't be working for WWE if he didn't.
No,
Well,
he
he
just
wants a
shows
bigger
up
one.
every week hoping they'll put him on the
Yeah.
match.
Oh, I know people like that.
I know people like that too.
They'll go anywhere for free.
Yeah.
I got my bag with me.
Yeah, I got my bag with me. I got underwear, change. I got a sandwich. I'm ready to go. And it's all together. The sandwich is in with the jock strap and everything else. And it's like, you're going to eat that after
God.
laying next to that fungi?
Ew.
Oh, man. Do it all the time. Maddox apparently has had a lot of training, though. And they're going to do something with him. I don't know what.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He can be the pretty boy.
That's
heel.
what he is.
Well, he's another one of those
Yeah.
social media guys that's popular in social
Exactly.
media.
So are we.
Yeah.
Why aren't we there?
Well, I think the
Good point,
camera
good
thing is
point.
his gimmick, and that's what it's going to
Yeah. And the mirror. Right.
be. Yeah, well.
I haven't seen his YouTube stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, neither have
I
I.
haven't even.
Yeah.
I'm not the least bit interested in seeing that. Well, okay.
Yep.
Then we have primetime players and the Usos.
Yeah. Tag team match.
I like the Usos.
No, they're great. The Uso brothers.
I think they're great.
Good.
Yeah, they had good teaming at the beginning. I didn't. If you noticed that, they were. It was kind of a basic tag structure on that match. Usos came in there, did their their thing. Worked well as a team.
Yeah.
Had the cutoff. And the only thing I thought about that was it was a quick match. It was almost
way
like
quick.
Very quick.
they shortened the time, or they got it in the headphones for them to cut it.
Yep.
It seemed like that. They were they had it timed, they were taking their time, and all of a sudden it speeds up and
Yeah.
ends.
And that's
true.
it.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it was
oh,
way
we better
too
go right
quick.
now.
Yeah.
We cut out 15 minutes of it, so we got it down to 3 minutes.
I think the Usos should wrestle barefoot and really do the Samoan thing.
Taper
Yeah,
on the
well, they are.
angles.
It's just like our Mount Fiji, which she did.
Yeah.
And
I know
little
why you
Fiji
said that.
is barefoot.
Why is that?
You like to suck toes.
Oh,
I knew my foot fetish was going to get into this somehow.
I thought the finish was kind of heelish. I mean, that's more the heelish thing when they would switch like that, you know. But because hey, we do that. I mean, my brother do that all the time.
He's not
several
here.
finishes.
He's not here to defend himself.
He told me. He telepathically told that to me. So.
Okay.
Well, he's gambling at a casino. Plug it in.
But I did notice though too that they're talking about the return of tag team wrestling to WWE. They're really trying to push that.
I like it.
If you see the magazine cover, I think it was actually on the magazine cover for this month. And it's like, yeah, it's good if they do, but they need to get more solid teams, more not guys that'll do a singles match one week and then next week they're in a tag. Get tag teams just like the Usos and the Primetime Players.
It has to, very simply, it has to fit like a marriage.
Yeah,
it does. If you get the opposites and they don't work like a marriage or a business, it's not a tag team.
Well, I like what the Primetime Players are doing. I think they have charisma.
I think they're okay.
Yeah.
They've established themselves now.
Millions of dollars, millions of dollars.
I wonder what
millions of
happened to
dollars.
Abraham Washington, the guy that was their manager and got
That guy was
rid of
worthless.
him.
That was worthless.
didn't
Not
like
that he
him.
was. I don't like the idea of ringside on a mic. It's very distracting to the match. You know, you're listening to him, you're watching them, and it's like so much going on, and a commercial in between, and it's like, and the guys at ringside, it's like, oh wait, it's way too much.
They were probably trying to emulate like a Jimmy Hart kind of thing with the megaphone, but that was not.
That was different.
Yeah,
Jimmy Hart knew how to do it.
true.
You know him?
It's old school pro.
Mouth of the South.
He still wears the same clothes he's worn for the past 25 years.
He actually looks great.
He does. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
Then we had Big Show.
Okay.
Again.
Then we're down to the main event.
Yeah. Well, actually, first they did have a Shield promo.
No,
if
we're
you
down
want
to the
say.
main event.
Oh, we're down to the main event. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch the Shield promo? Was it good? Did you like that? Do you think they're good? Do you think they should be involved there?
No, I was actually gonna point out the fact that what set this show apart and why I liked it more is they didn't intervene in every
They
match.
what?
They didn't intervene in every match.
They didn't.
Didn't.
Okay.
Did not intervene in every match. And so I was
You're
good.
right.
They weren't involved like they usually are.
Exactly. We talked
ruining
about that,
everything.
didn't
Yeah.
we? They had too much. It was too much like using your effects pedals on your guitar in every song.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have them in every match.
They listened to you, Rick.
I know.
Yeah,
because
they
it's
just
like-
did one promo and it was done. It was good.
It's much better than going crazy at Hometown Buffet. Yeah, you're right. A little is more.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes.
Well, explain that sometimes to us.
I can.
That's my new philosophy for the new year. Anyway,
That's
so
what-
and we have Del Rio again in Big Show. Let's get to that one. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The main event.
Yeah.
Two guys that we never see enough of.
Yeah.
It's the same thing again.
Well, the Big Show, the good thing is that they showed him, like, he was so heelish in that show that Alberto Del Rio is a heel, actually. You know, he ran over Santa Claus on Monday.
Yeah.
He got cheered in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, when they did the introductions, they cheered him. They booed, you know, Show instead of booing both of them or just not reacting.
They also
So-
switched the audience on. They brought in all Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So that's why they liked him. But the thing with Big Show, and I said this once before, he's a great guy, he's a great wrestler, and he's big. You can hit a big guy and you can hit a small guy. You're going to hit them the same. They all have organs and stomachs and things, and everybody feels pain. Just because you're big doesn't mean you don't feel pain. And he's hitting him in the stomach and hitting him here and doing this and doing this. He's not selling any of it. It's like, oh, it doesn't hurt me. Yes, it does. It would hurt anybody. Why are you so silent?
No, I was agreeing with you.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
And why is he able to get a headbutt to somebody that doesn't hurt him? I've hit my head before on things. I almost passed out. I wouldn't give a headbutt to somebody. It'd kill me.
Yeah, you know, so nobody sells that anymore. When they do the headbutt, they don't like.
They're not
move that.
Brodus
Yeah,
Clay's head's made out of cement.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan does do that.
Yeah.
That though, when he does the headbutt,
Yeah.
he sells it.
He does.
He's like the only one.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I got hit in the head with a 45-pound lifting bar. I was in my backyard. My mom was visiting a little while back, and she was pulling weeds or something, and this thing fell off the back of my garage, and the bar hit me right in the back of the head. And man, that hurt. And I had to sell it because it hurt. The bar didn't sell giving me the headbutt. It has no feelings, right?
That's true.
But a human would. Anyway, what did you think of the match and all?
Let's see. I did notice that there was a lot of headlock takedowns in the whole show, actually. But they did a whole, even in the main event, they did a headlock takeover. And so it's like almost like they're starting to get a theme going. Like, hey, everybody work on a headlock. I want to see more headlock takeovers. So then everybody does them in every match. Don't whip them off the ropes. You know, find alternative, ways to get them off the ropes. And so now they're doing different ways to get them off the ropes. It seems like they're kind of changing their pattern and slowing things down. I really thought this match was slowed down quite a bit.
Yes, it was.
You know, as far as that the action goes, they slow it down. And Where did we get?
Somebody was laying in a hold quite a while. I don't know if it was this match when they had like a waist lock on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Cesaro.
Cesaro, yeah.
That was Cesaro.
They held that hold for a long time.
Yeah.
I was waiting to hear boring being chanted. I was hoping I wouldn't. But,
Yeah.
But I like that because it's a little bit more believable.
I think they would have drowned it out with fake crowd noise if there was boring chants in
Yeah.
there. I think
Yeah.
they're really against that now, because they are. If they're slowing it down like we think they are,
Yeah.
then people are going to get bored because they got to get reintroduced to that type of
You're
style.
right.
So that's if people don't hear the boring chants, then they're not going to. People at home are going to be like, well, no, this isn't boring. The crowd would be telling me it's boring if it was.
Yeah, you're right.
So-
You're absolutely right. What else do you have to say about that match?
The sales on the kicks, I think. Del Rio sold it. Yeah, he did a great job on that. The kicks again, and he walks off. I don't know, and the all gang up thing. That's what I have.
Well, I think that at least kind of put the thing full circle a little bit, like the
much.
fact that the locker room guys were fighting back against being
Yeah.
insulted, kind of.
I like that. It made sense. They all stood
Yeah.
together. Yeah, I like that.
There was just more camaraderie, more effect.
That
I
needed to be
guess.
done.
Yeah.
Positive effect.
Yeah, putting him to be a monster heel, where the whole locker room hates him, where he has no allies now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where.
And you
they're
notice
going.
the audience, I think, as well with Big Show. In the beginning, I noticed they loved Big Show so much. If you notice now,
Yeah.
that's
And now they turned on him. They
the
hate
way
him.
it works. So,
Another thing too,
Yeah.
I noticed too, is that they're controlling the arm a bit more than the head. When the wrestlers, Big Show did that too during the match. Instead of pulling them up by the head like they used to, now they're pulling them in by the arm.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like they're really the style is really changing. I mean, they're
What do you mean,
slowly
on the headlock?
No, just instead of, like normally, like if you're going to knock somebody down, you're going to pick them up. They usually pull them up by the hair or by the
Right,
back of the head.
right.
They're starting to use their arm more, like pulling them up by their arm,
Yeah.
to, instead of by the head.
I always use the arm and the back of the head.
Yeah. Yeah, on that one, yeah,
Yeah.
it's normal, yeah, but there they just had the arm on a couple of them. So.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
yeah.
Where was I? Probably playing with Bogey, I guess. That's interesting.
Yeah, but I think it's the style in general. They're really changing things up, and they're really slowly reintroducing everybody to a different style of the wrestling, like slowing it back down, making it a little bit
To
more
old school.
Yeah.
That's
So you guys are listening to us.
That's really nice.
Yay.
When you said the headlock
Maybe.
takeovers, you trained a lot of people.
Yeah.
You notice in all your training with people, a lot of people don't get the headlock takeover. It's really hard for them.
Oh yeah, they do it. Just getting some people take them 3 or 4 motions just to get them over instead of one fluid motion.
Right.
So yeah, it is. It's almost like they had them practice that or something because
Yeah.
everybody did it fairly well.
Yeah,
you know?
there's a couple of different ways to do it. You
Yeah.
can do the steps, or you can jump up and hit both knees and go over, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you just got to be a table. And a lot of people don't know what it means to be a table for someone to go over you.
Yeah, true. You have to be lower. Your center, the center of your body has to be lower than the center of their body, or they're not getting over.
What a dumb statement.
Sorry, so my
Of course
philosophy.
it does.
There we
If you're
go.
taking somebody over, you're going to be on the bottom anyway, right?
Well, yeah. You got to be lower than because some people they try to do more like a hip throw instead of a head.
Oh,
That's what I'm gonna say, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
hip toss, though.
Yeah.
It's not a headlock
They
takeover.
grab them and they jump down.
Well, they're trying to do a headlock
You know who does
takeover.
that?
Yeah, who's that?
Sheamus.
Does he?
yeah.
He yanks and pulls. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't post his arm and go to his knee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I know exactly what you're saying. They'll pull and they won't even go to their knees or post yet. They're just pulling them.
Yeah, because their bodies are they're one's not lower than the other, so he can't get over him. So yeah, it's like sideways. It looks awkward. It just the way they land, they have to reposition.
They're going. You're right. They're going sideways.
Yeah.
What do you think, Josh?
Yep.
That's okay, Josh.
I think it was a great match.
You want to take one right now? Right here on top.
All right, let's do it.
Have you ever taken a bump?
I have once.
I mean, other than getting off the toilet.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I did take a bump. They carried me out.
I didn't
was
say
all-
take a dump. I said a bump.
Of course.
Yes.
We used to beat up our
You can take a
all the
dump and
time.
fall off the toilet and take a bump. You can do a dump and a bump.
It's my average Saturday night.
Yeah, good. Well, you're alone. Doesn't matter. I have a cat and dog watching me. I can't do anything. Overall, how would you rate the total show?
I have to give it a 5. Well, a 6.
Why do you give it a 6?
I give it a 6. That's it. Because it really wasn't that spectacular. I only got 1 star, which was Cesaro and
Okay. Let me ask you one thing before we move on to the next.
Go
guy.
ahead.
Did you have anything to eat while you were watching that show?
no, I was too cold. My teeth were chattering. I was drinking hot chocolate, trying to stay warm.
Okay. And how do you rate it?
I rated it a 5. I mean, the matches weren't really memorable. I mean, there's a lot of things that you won't remember. They were.
Yeah.
It seemed like they're trying to get everything built up for their New Year's Eve show, on Raw, and it just the way they built it. It was too rushed on certain points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they had way too much interview segment than they had more matches, which I liked, but just the interview things, the vignettes that they did, they had way too many that they were filling it with. So
Yeah.
and nothing that really stood out that
No.
made me go, wow, yeah, that was interesting.
Okay. Josh, how you rate it?
I'd say in the 6-ish neighborhood too. I mean, it was watchable. It was fun, but it just wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah. I think they're all getting to be about the same.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the 5.
Right. Well, I actually
I
thought
had
it
the
would be
5.
better because it
Oh,
was
yeah,
on
I'm
its
sorry,
way
I'm
out
with you
for
too.
New Year's, and I thought they were going to really do something like we're going to go wow, but it wasn't at all.
I'm cutting them a little slack because
A
it's
little
holiday
disappointing.
time. I don't know if that counts for anything, but
No, Rick, was that scaled to
Well,
10
that's a
or
good
to
save
100?
for them. They'll like
Scale
that.
of 5. All right, listen. Tricia, where can we find you, hon?
On Facebook, of course. I will get back after the new year to answer all my fan mail. Thank you, guys. Twitter, Stage 32, sunnyglow.com, Minnie.
You're just all over the place.
I'm all over.
And Shane.
Find me at Ralph's tonight, and then you'll find me next Friday. We'll be up in Northern California Friday and Saturday. We got 2 shows. One for Vendetta Pro / APW for defending our tag team titles, and the other one's for a new company called Hood Slam. Which
better,
I've heard good things
wow.
about.
Stop going to
Nice.
Ralph's, go to John's Market. They have better prices.
I should.
they do, especially on chicken.
Yes. How about you, Josh?
You can find me at theringvoice.com. I'll also be on KDOC at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Uh,
we'll all
for-
stay up watching.
Of course, for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'm doing some announcing on that show now.
Oh, good.
Wow,
So,
nice.
it's really cool.
Are you happy?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. You can catch me at rickdrasin.com and rickscorner.com and on actorsentertainment.com, which is, I think, is coming out today. I did an interview with director Fred Olin Ray, who does all kinds of action films and horror films. And then you can catch me here after the first of the year doing AfterBuzz, SmackDown, and Old School Wrestling, which is coming on next.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. We enjoyed this. It was
you.
fun today.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.